guys, it's me, Lydia, with part 7. I am re-filming this off of my new iPhone. I got the iPhone 11. Excuse me if the lighting is bad. It is night out, and I just really want to film this for you guys. Oh, and I got my nails done with my work bestie. So this, part 7, we're on to like the good stuff. So I got my handy dandy list. I'm in my room at my dad's. Like my cute Frozen 2 poster. So coming in at number 20 is Croods, The New Age. I've only watched this movie once, and usually when I do like rankings, I only tend to rank films that I've watched 2 or more times, but I really wanted to throw this film in there because I did watch it, and I'm gonna be honest, I liked the second Croods better than the first one. I like the adventure more in it. I like the new characters in it. The cinematography, the animation is very well done, and I honestly think it wouldn't be bad if they actually made a third Croods movie, because I'd be totally down for seeing that. I like the dynamic and the dialogue between all the characters, and there's some really funny moments as well. So Croods is a 7 out of 10. Coming in at number 19 is Toy Story 4, and that is a 7 out of 10 as well. It is, to me, it's the weaker of the Toy Story films, but it doesn't mean that it's a bad film. It's still one of the best films. I gotta say, it's just not one of my favorite films, and it's not like my favorite Toy Story film, but I absolutely love all the Toy Story films a lot. I just had to put into consideration a lot of other animation studios that I'm ranking and other Pixar films as well. So I kind of gotta be fair. And I do gotta agree that it was good to see Woody's ending, because Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending for Andy, but Woody still wasn't done. And if Toy Story 4 didn't come out or not, I would have honestly preferred a Toy Story 4, which, obviously they did, because I really did want to see the ending for Woody and not just Andy too. I wanted to see it for both of them on in separate movies. So I am really happy that Pixar did come out with a Toy Story 4. And I mean, I wouldn't be too upset if they came out with a Toy Story 5, but I honestly don't think another Toy Story film is necessary anymore. So coming in, and more about the movie, I absolutely love the cinematography in it. I love Forky, even though he can be a little bit too much at times. I honestly wish that they didn't dumb Buzz down and they had more of the original toys in it. I do like the new characters that they had. Bunny and Ducky. I actually have a Bunny and Ducky plush there on my bed over there. Yeah, you can't see. Oh, yeah, it's my finger. Yeah, over there. So I really do like Toy Story 4. Gabby's a decent villain. She could have been better in a way, because I gotta say Lotso is probably the best Pixar villain. Also, Syndrome from The Incredibles is another really good Pixar villain as well. And I don't think I mentioned that in my previous rank when I ranked The Incredibles, but Syndrome is another really good villain. So coming in at number 18 is Finding Dory. I love Finding Dory almost as much as Finding Nemo, but yet it's so far off. So here's Finding Dory and here's Finding Nemo. It's that much of a gap, but I absolutely love Finding Dory. I think it's hilarious. I like how they put Dory as the main character, even though she can be a little bit too much at times. I like the new characters in a way the film at times can be like forgettable. It's like one of those Pixar films that is underrated and it's like easily forgettable in a way. That's why it is lower down. But when I do watch it, I really do enjoy the story of Finding Dory, even though it's very similar to the story of Finding Nemo. Number 17, and it is The Jungle Book, and I gave it a 7 out of 10, the animation one, of course, and I haven't seen the animated version of Jungle Book for quite a few years, but I absolutely love The Jungle Book. Baloo, Mowgli, Kaa, all the characters in Jungle Book, the whole story, the music is like my favorite out of any Disney film. All I gotta say is I just love the Jungle Book. Coming in at number 16 is Onward, one of the newer Pixar films that came out within the past year or so, and I give that a 7 out of 10 as well. I love the dynamic between the two brothers, Ian and Barley, and the quest they went on to try to bring their dad back just for a day. And the Manicore, I actually have an Ian plush and the Invisible Dad plush and the Manicore plush. I don't have one of like Barley or the unicorn or that little dragon. I think it's the little dragon. So I have some of the Onward plush. I got them at the Disney store before it closed, or shortly after Onward came out, because I, fell in love with Onward, and the animation is the best. I really like the character designs of the characters, and I've heard people say that they're not really fond of it, but I really like the art that went into it and how the characters look and how they moved. I really appreciated that a lot in the film. So coming in at number 15 is Frozen 2, and I gave that a 7.5 out of 10. I do like the second Frozen better than the first one. I just think Anna and Elsa are more grown up and more matured in the film, and the animation is even better. It's hard for me to say what Frozen film I like the music better, and I like the music in both of the films a lot. Some of the best music and the animation. The animation is phenomenal. In Frozen 2, the music is very good as well. It's more geared towards older viewers, which could be why I do like it more. So Frozen 2, that's why I have picked poster. And I love Olaf. Olaf is one of my favorite Disney side characters. So coming in at number 14, I might get bashed for putting this film low, but yet it's not low because it's out of 80 films. We got to remember that, guys. It is The Lion King, and I gave that a 7.5 out of 10. I've watched Lion King so many times growing up, but yet it was never one of my go-to films growing up. And I honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I really don't watch The Lion King that much, but when I do, I really do enjoy Lion King. One of my favorite duos is Timon and Pumbaa. I really love Timon and Pumbaa. If ever someday I really would like a Timon and Pumbaa plush, or something with Timon and Pumbaa, or something with Simba, something with Nala, Mufasa, Scar. Yeah, I really do like the characters in Lion King, and the adventure and the music is some of the best, and the animation, especially for the time. I think Lion King was released in 1994, and I gotta say, it's still some of the best animation to this day. So coming in at number 13 is Finding Nemo, and I give that a 7.5 out of 10 as well. I like the adventure more in Finding Nemo than in Finding Dory. It's really funny at times with Crush and Squirt the sea turtles, and you got Bruce the shark and the other shark pals, and Darla the dentist. I really like the adventure in Finding Dory. It's an exciting yet emotional roller coaster that here on because Marlin is going everywhere to find Nemo. So coming in at number 12 is Moana, and I gave that a 7.5 out of 10 as well. I really like the adventure, and I was obsessed for a while with the music in Moana. It actually took me a while to actually see Moana, but I've watched fairly decent amount since it came out, and it's a fairly newer Disney film. It's a few years old, but it is one that I tend to gravitate towards more and watch when I don't watch one of the Toy Story films, because I swear I watch a Toy Story film at least once a month, if like every other month, if not once a month or more. So when I'm not watching like a Toy Story film, Moana is high up on my list to watch. I love the animation in Moana, the whole like water, and how brave and like courageous Moana is. I think she's one of the best Disney princesses that Disney has come out with so far. So coming in, or the final film in part 7, is number 11, and that is Toy Story 3. And I really wanted to put Toy Story 3 somewhere in my top 10. It just fell a little bit too short compared to the other films that I am going to say in part 8. I honestly go between Toy Story 3 and 1 and Toy Story 3 and Toy Story 1 and Toy Story 2 all the times. Those are like the best of the Toy Story films. So sometimes Toy Story 3 is my favorite. Other times it's Toy Story 1 or Toy Story 2. Just at this time it is not Toy Story 3. But I love how they went with like a prison break theme, the whole Sunnyside daycare. We got to see Andy growing up, and when he gave his toys to Bonnie, that's one of the most emotional things. I mean, when the film came out, it came out in 2010, so I was in elementary school. So I was in elementary school at the time, so I couldn't relate to like Andy per se, but when I got older, I watched it like countless times after, but I watched it when I got close to going into college, and I went to college, and it resonated more then with me than when it did when it first came out, when I first seen it. So I really do admire Toy Story 3. It is one of my go-to films to watch, of course. I said I'm always watching one of the Toy Story films. I've had to re-buy the Toy Story 1 DVD already, and I'm probably going to have to re-buy the Toy Story 2 DVD eventually here, because all I do is watch Toy Story films. So that is all the films in part 7. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm excited for you guys to see part 8, or my top 10 animated films. If you enjoyed this video, click that beautiful red subscribe button, give me a big thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video. Peace out. Bye.